everybody, this is Alyssa from Make Arts and Crafts, and today we are going to do my slightly late WIP Chat. So WIP stands for Work in Progress. Chat, well, we're going to sit here, we're going to chat a little bit about my week, what I've been up to, all of that fun stuff. This is, like, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing right here, this is like my little mini, it's actually what my planner that I get comes in, is this little band. It's called the Life Planner, and it's actually a company that's out of Australia. But I need to order my 2025 planner. But this is what I keep like my little mini kits in. I have a paint gem set in here. I have 4 or 5 little Diamond Delights kits. I think we're gonna do Forest Sprite Cuties. That one is done because that's the next in the iteration, or that's the last of my Ghibli ones. And then you can see I've got my ones that I just did the unboxing of this week. Those ones are in here. And the paint gems are below it. So we're going to put those back in there. And close this back down. Well, I want to put those there and then that on top. Got to have it organized just right with the drills. So we'll close that back down. And see how well that closes? I keep that because that I'll take, like, throw in my bag and boom. All right, so we're going to do our Forest Sprite Cuties. We're going to take the drills out. Because I was trying to think of like what I wanted to work on, because I'm working on a mystery kit right now. The Crafter's Den Autumn Mystery Kit. So I'm like, I can't work on the mystery kit. Oh, I need a tray. Let me go grab a tray. We're just gonna use this tray. So like, I need an actual tray. I'm in the middle of like putting everything away, organizing things, because I've got movers coming in like a day. If you're watching this I don't know if I'm gonna be putting this up, probably put it up tonight. So if there's some West Coasters that want to watch it tonight, or late nighter peoples, you'll be able to watch it on Saturday night. Otherwise, you'll be able to see this on Sunday. But I have movers coming on Monday to move my house and pack up all my stuff. So I've got like everything in a jumble, which is also why I was like, do I really want to pull everything out for swapping canvases? Because I have the Autumn Crafter's Den Mystery Kit set up, because that's the one large kit that I'm working on. So I'm like, well, I've got that, or I could just pull one of these little ones out and we could work on this. So that's what we're doing. So we have the Forest Sprite Cutie by the artist Denick. And this is from Diamond Delights, DIY Diamond Delights. And the 2 pens that I have this one, which is, I think this is Black Wolf Woodworks. I think that's where this one is from. And then it has a little bit of a roll stop on one side, which is subtle, but it does have that roll stop right there. And then this one is from Enablers Outpost. Those are the 2 pens that I'm using. And I actually have both of products that I'm using are actually from WeWax. So I have some Harvest Spice Wee Putty and some Drills and Chillax wax in the single placer. So that is what we are using product wise. And then my typical tray from the 3.1 mini tray from Bella. Pardon me. From Bella Art Tina Cole. So we're going to go ahead and break into this. What little thing? I'm just passing through. All right. And we're going to kind of get going. So I hope everybody, gosh, since I can't see my clock like I normally would, I should actually see how long I've been going. All right, we're going to go ahead and set a little bit of a timer. So that way we can know how long I've been talking for and going on. I have to breathe on these. So with these, we've got our legend right there, and we're gonna just kind of go to town on them and kit these. So I don't bother kitting them up because they're already kitted up in here, and I just have to kind of go like this and work away. So these are little square. This is actually a sticker. It's the cutest little thing ever. And I should probably, can I move it closer to me? Because I need it closer to me. We'll see how that works. Oh, I left a drill behind. There we go. The putty is a fresh putty, so it's a little sticky. So I just need to work the putty around. It's a good putty. I like this putty. It's a good putty. So this is the wee putty that Laura has now started offering, and I'm like, ooh, exciting new putties. Yay, always exciting. So anyways, how has everybody's week been going? I hope you guys have had a wonderful week, and I hope you've been having a wonderful weekend as well, since we're partway through the weekend already, since it is now Saturday, and normally I already have this up, but I didn't know if I was going to get a chance to do a WIP Chat, because I've been working on like organizing things, getting things ready, because the movers are coming, so I need to sort out everything I'm going to need to throw in my car to take with me for the next 3 months, versus stuff that will be going in my moving shipment that will be packed away that I won't have access to for the next 3 months. So I've been trying to do that organization of everything. Ooh, as I go smacking into the camera. Sorry about that, you guys. So I've been trying to do that organization of everything. Plotting everything out. Help if I actually move those into the right position. So been doing a lot of that. I had my painting class this morning. I've officially hauled all my stuff home from work, so I don't have anything at work anymore, which was like, that was kind of like sad. Now I have nothing in my office at work. I've been also trying to finish out a couple like last projects at work, getting that stuff done, because I have a project, like a thing that I've been working on, like a working group that I've been running, that's not just from where I work, it's from it's got people from all over, from multiple locations that are part of this working group. But I chair the working group, and we are based out of, so we've been working on this product that we've been putting together, and we've been working on it for like 18 months. We're at like the finish line of the product. So I was able to kind of push up my edits for it. Let's see, what symbol is this? Okay, that's those ones. I was able to push some of those final edits up with a goal that now that I've worked my part and done those edits, I can push it up to the people that I answer to, so they can review it and see if they have anything that they want to edit or change around. And then once that's been added to it, if they're good to go with the product that we've put together, then we can start routing it for big Navy approval. And then once we get that approved, then this is a product that is going to be rolled out for utilization by both the Navy and the Marine Corps, which is pretty awesome. So it's something that we can kind of like push across. We can do the rollout phase and push it across for utilization by both the Navy and the Marine Corps. So it's kind of cool to be able to say that I'll have done something that will be utilized by both, by like 2 entire branches of the military will be able to utilize this thing that I've been working on. We're not going to do this color because that's the main color, so I like to do that once I've done all of these other little things. So we're going to do this, and this is the border, and that'll be like the last one I do, but we'll do some of these other colors first. So this one, just a handful of these colors. So it's kind of cool to be so close to the finish line, but I was doing that, and I've got some other documents that I have been routing and doing, and I've got some more that I'll have to do when I get back to work next week, after my household goods are packed up. So it's been a lot. So like this week at work was my last week seeing patients. So I saw some patients this week, and then once I finished seeing patients, which I did see, I saw patients all week, and that was my last week seeing patients. So I did see them, and then now that I'm done seeing patients, this coming week will be my household goods pack out. So the movers will come, they'll pack me up. It's estimated to take 3 days for that to happen. But once they pack everything up, then it's going to be a matter of household goods being packed. And then I'll have a couple days at the hospital still to do my checkout process. And then after my checkout process, I'll have a few days still for my checkout process before I officially leave. But it's coming like super fast. It's coming so soon, which I'm like, yay, I'm ready to leave the desert. It's coming so soon. But it's exciting to be so close to the end. At this point in time, I'm like so ready to be done. But at the same time, I'm like, there's so much left to do. But yes, my mom flew in this week though, so it's nice because I have her help now, so I don't have to be like stressing about, oh my goodness, I have everything to do. And like I actually have her here now to help me with all the things, which is kind of nice because it's like, okay, I don't have to stress about doing it all myself because she's here to help me with it all. Because once the movers come and move everything, we have some projects to do on the house. So right now, the goal, the first few days has been go through and finish sorting through all the stuff that, it's like sort through all the stuff that I have to tease out of like what's going to go in my car, and what is going to go like with the moving shipment. That's what I've been doing initially, because I'm like, okay, what am I going to need to have in my car? What clothes am I going to need to have? What this do I need? What stuff do I need for the cats? What stuff do I need for this? What stuff do I need for that? Like literally going through. Oh, there's sticker. So it's been a matter of like picking out exactly what I need, going kind of like room by room of like, okay, this is the stuff that I need, like my painting stuff. What painting stuff do I want to carry? Because it's not just a matter of saying, okay, I'm going to just be without my stuff for, you know, a couple weeks. No, I'm probably going to be without my stuff for a few months because I have to sell this house. And then once I sell this house, and kind of like have a contract in place and start the closing process on this house, then I will be buying a house in Florida. So it's kind of like, gotta sell this one so I can buy one over there. So that's going to be a process. And that's why I can't just do like an easy, simple, you know, like move from here and then go straight into a place over there. And that's why I'm planning for, you know, being without my stuff for a few months, because I'm not going to have, my stuff's going to be, you know, in like a temporary storage for a few months while I am, finding a house and doing that whole process. So that's going to be part of it, is waiting on that whole part of process of everything. But yeah, it's a process for sure. And it's like, oh my gosh, so much left to do. So much left to do. I've like have too much putty in here. I need to trim my putty down, but I'm like, that's just too much effort. So let me try like rolling it down like that. See if I can, because I don't feel like taking the effort to trim my putty, because that's just, why would I do that? That's just too much effort. When I can just do that right there. So yeah, I have a lot that I have left to do in preparation for leaving. Still, but the main thing, I have just a couple things. I think I've got everything out of every room except for one. I just have to go through, there's a couple kitchen things that we need because, you know, after my household goods are packed up, I'm still gonna be in the house for, you know, like another, almost a week after my household goods are packed up and the movers come. I'm not gonna go to a hotel when I can just sleep on an air mattress for the next however many days until I drive away. Because we need to be here to be able to do stuff. So so we're just gonna sleep in air mattresses. So we'll do air mattress and then, oh yeah, this will pretty one. Use the air mattresses and then we'll just, you know, grab like a single pan and then get some like disposable silver dishes and whatnot. But we'll have like a single pan so we can still cook with the stuff that's still in the freezer and use as much of it as possible. So that's kind of the plan. Oh, come on. That one doesn't want to come off. It's an AB though, so that's why. Because it's an AB. So that's the plan for everything. Use as much of the stuff that food and everything that I still have in the freezer. But I just have to grab like a pan and like, you know, a knife and a stirring utensil, things like that from the kitchen. That's like the one-off stuff from the kitchen. Ugh, AB. That's what I have to still grab from the kitchen to be able to do that part of everything. But once I do that, then the only room that I have still left to go through is the spare bedroom. I still have to sort through a couple things, but right now that's the room that my mom has been staying in. And then I have to go through, we have to go through the garage as well. There's a couple things in the garage that we have to sort through, and we have to organize the garage. because it's still got some stuff that we need to get rid of in there, which we have to kind of sort and make the get rid of pile, separate that from the pack pile, basically is what we have to do in the garage. But that's something that's like a task that we're going to do Sunday. That's a Sunday task. The Saturday task is going to be going through the other bedroom. So that way all the bedrooms in the inside of the house is done. But that's been like basically what I've been doing every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have had like, it's just been every day doing all the things, all the things, all the things, all the stuff. I could flip it around and be using the putty is a little sticky for using with the ABs, but I'm being stubborn. I don't feel like swapping around and using the, because I'm multi-placing. To make it easier though, it would take me less time. I could be swapping around in single place like this and just use the wax side, because that would just go just as quickly for this section, because it's not like there's a ton of ABs. And you can see how well the WIP wax works with ABs, like effortless for the ABs. And it's not taking me anywhere near the amount of time for these ABs as, yeah, so the WIP wax works amazing on ABs. I actually will, a lot of times, if I have like a really big, if I have a kit that's got a ton of ABs in it where you need to like multi-place ABs, I actually have one of my pens loaded up with WIP wax in the multi-placer, so that way I can multi-place the ABs effortlessly with the WIP wax. But that pen is packed away because again, it's kind of like buried, not easy access. So I'm not using it like I am with these. So we're just going to single place these, which is like the bane of my existence. I do not like single placing. But anyways, oh, let me take my wax off of there. But you can see how much quicker it is if you actually go through and do the single placing with the WIP wax for the ABs. That was like effortless, and it took so much less time than trying to WIP putty, because the WIP putty has a really good adhesive to it. I love it. It works really well. I've been using it on my mystery kit with the rounds that I'm using for my mystery kit, and it's going fantastic. So needless to say, I've been doing a lot of work with the with my prep for the move is basically what my focus has been right now. So much stuff, and I've been super busy at work because I've been doing all of like the last minute things that I have to do, and I will still be doing last minute stuff as I'm doing my checkout process. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing as last minute things during that checkout process. all the stuff. Oh my goodness. I think we're going to do like Sunday, I think my mom and I are going to do like a dry run, pack the car up to make sure that all the stuff that I've got pulled out will fit as planned in the car, so that way we can see whether the plan of like what I want to take is actually doable, and if not, then we'll kind of like, I'll have to rethink things a little bit, so that way I can know if I'm realistic with my estimate of what I want to take, or if I need to revisit it and say, okay, hey, let's downsize a little bit of what I'm planning to take or not, or if this is a semi-realistic amount of stuff to be packing with me. We will see. So that is kind of where I'm at with the plan of things. So yeah, it's a lot though. It's so much stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness, I am ready to be done, because then once we finish doing all of that, we've got to drive, and it's a lot of driving because it's like, yeah, because it's going to be like 2 hours of drive, or 2 days of driving to our first break point, which is going to be San Antonio, because I've got a concert that I'm going into in San Antonio. This bag doesn't want to close. Weird. All right, I give up. So we've got a concert that we're going to in San Antonio. So we're going to have to drive, and it's like 18 hours from here to San Antonio. We're going to swap pens. Give a little bit of a break from this pen, which is a really pretty pen. But we're going to swap over and do some 3865. But so it's going to be 18 hours from here to San Antonio. These drills were jumping, so I had to breathe on them to de-static them. So now they're not jumping, but you can see how like staticky they are in this bag. Like they're climbing the walls. So from here to San Antonio is a, what did I say, 18-hour drive. So that's going to be like day 1 and day 2, figure like 9 hours for each of those each day. And then get to San Antonio the night of the second day of driving, kind of chill, have the next day we'll kind of explore a little bit, relax, have a break from being in the car, and then we will have the concert in the evening. We'll kind of go do a little bit, not a ton of busy touristy day stuff, but we're gonna, like, my mom's never been to San Antonio, so probably go take her to the Alamo because she's never been. So go to the Alamo, go to the Riverwalk, because she's never been to San Antonio, so that way she can go see, like, probably get some, like, good barbecue, and then chill, and then go to the concert in the evening, which will be a late night because those concerts are always like 3-hour concerts. So go to the concert in the evening, and then after the concert, from there, it's going to be, you know, chill, go to bed, get up in the morning, and then it's like 14 hours from San Antonio back to where my parents live. So then we'll get on the road in the morning, and it's like 14 and a half. So we'll get on the road in the morning and start driving, and drive as far as we feel like it, and then when we get tired, we will stop. But that'll be that day, and then we'll drive the rest of the way on Saturday. So we'll get a good chunk of the driving done on what day? Friday, and then the rest of the driving done on Saturday. So we should be at my parents' house on Saturday afternoon, which will be nice. And then the girls will be free from the kennels, free from their carrier, which will be a nice break because they're going to be like, what are you doing to me? But yeah, staying in the hotels in the evening is going to be like, give them their, trying not to do super, super long days of driving because, you know, that's going to be a lot on them, for the cats. But yeah, so, and that's why it works out doing the concert in San Antonio, halfway through, because it's 2 days of driving. Then the girls will get, like, you know, the day to be like running around in the hotel room, having that break from being in the car, and then another day and a half of driving where they're back in the car, bemoaning life, mad at us. But then, then back, and then they'll be done and free from the car, which will be, you know, they'll be happy about that. So that's kind of the plan, and that's the agenda, plan of attack. And then, yeah, that's what we're planning for. Shoop. Gotta put that one there. So, yeah, that's my plan of attack. For that. This one spot, I have, the putty in that one spot is like, technically this is old, dirty putty. I've had it on for 3 days now that I've gone without changing this putty out. Basically since I put these tips in, so it's like, I think it's 2 or 3 days. Normally I change my putty every day, but I just basically put this putty in, and I haven't changed it since I put the tips in, which I changed out and put the new pens in 2 days ago. Yeah. So this is I don't normally go that long without changing putty, which is kind of odd for me. Okay, I gotta take the excess putty off because that's gonna bother me. Boop. Because it was sticking. All right. Now we can get back in gear. Because that one spot, I feel like the putty in that one spot must be how I'm holding it or something, because every single time, even if I change the putty around, that putty in that one spot, there, where'd it go? I changed my grip on the putty, and it's like, now it's working perfectly. I just had to arrange it just right. But I like this putty. It's just like, I was just having some operator error malfunctionings. See, now that I set the putty up properly in my pen, it's working much better. minus that one spot, but that's like a me issue, not a putty issue. It's a me issue right there. But yeah, so that's my rough plan of attack. I'm like, okay, but I feel like I've got so much to do. And like, wow. And then I'm going to spend a couple weeks visiting and just chilling at my parents' house, just kind of taking a little bit of a break, not having to go to work. So I'm going to take a couple week vacation. During that time, we're going to go to Disney World. We're going to go down to Disney World at some point. We haven't figured out when, but at some point we're going to go to Disney World. I have to get my registration for my car switched over to Florida because I do not want it to be California any longer. So that's going to happen. Registration is being switched over. Most definitely. Because I do not want California registration. And then, what else? Yeah, so switching the registration over. And then once I get my registration switched over, yeah, that's a big thing, is switching the registration over. And then I will also, I'll keep my license, because my license is, I think my license is Hawaii. So I'll still leave that as Hawaii. But the registration, I'll get that switched over to Florida. Military, we always have everything in a million different states. But that's how we roll. And then for, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what else. So then for, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Disney World at some point. I haven't decided on what days. We'll have to plan that out. We'll have to look at my dad's work schedule, plan out when we want to go to Disney, and plan out the logistics of that. Because my parents have 2 dogs, and then I have the 2 cats. So we're gonna have to plan out how that's gonna work for going to Disney. Are we gonna take like an RV? What are we gonna do with the dogs? What are we gonna do with the cats? How is that gonna work out? Haven't figured that part out or anything yet. But we're gonna go to Disney. We know that much because it's right there, and we will have the time. Beyond that, we don't really have anything planned. Nothing really planned beyond going to Disney and spending a few days in Disney. But yeah, that's about it. And the rest of the time is just going to be kind of chilling and not going to work. At least on my side, not going to work. Some downtime. November is going to be my downtime. I do have to do that big project that I've been working on for the last 18 months. I do have to give a presentation in the middle of November on it, so I have to put together that presentation, and I will be giving that presentation at some point in mid-November. I have to give a presentation to another group on it, so I have to put the presentation together on it at some point. But that's a thing to do while I'm on leave. I can be working on that while we're driving cross country. Easy day. There's plenty of time when we're in the car. I figure I've got like these mini kits like this. I've got the paint gems. I got things like this that I can be working on while I'm in the car. So like little things to give me a break from, you know, the monotony as we're driving for forever and a day cross country. Because that's a lot of driving. I've been doing really good the last few weeks. I think the last kit that I purchased was the Mitsuchira, the flower, happy flowers in the vase one. I haven't been able to, I had them shipped to my parents' house, so I will be still a little couple weeks before I can check to see if they have been officially pinked, which seems to be the terminology we are using for the canvases, the Diamond Art Club canvases that had the covers put on upside down and got like the pink lines on them, which I have yet to work on one of the kits that uses the new perforated cover anyways, let alone one of them with the pink outlines. So I can't really speak to how I feel about the perforations, let alone how I feel about the pink lines on the perforations. I personally, like, my initial impression is like it's not really going to be something that is helpful for me, obviously, because if you've watched me work on a main canvas, I don't section the normal people size sections. I use my large sections. The closest I come to an average person's section is when I'm working on the mystery kits, and that's because I divide those into much smaller sections. So the mystery canvas that I'm doing right now is what, like it's a 50 by 67 is the mystery kit that I'm doing right now, and I have it divided into 20 sections, which to me feels egregiously like crazy that I've divided it into 20 sections to do that kit. So the mystery kit's 20 sections. And I never work on anything with that few sections. Normally a kit that size, I'd have it in 6 sections. Normally it would be a 6-section canvas. So it feels crazy that I'm working on it in 20 sections. I'm like, wow, 20 sections, that's crazy. But that's just how I'm working on it. So I'm like, it feels like it's taking me forever to finish it because I've got such small sections that I'm doing versus my normal speediness that I would do if I was working on it in its 6 sections. So I just prefer my larger sections. So it's not like I'll be using the perforations that come with this new cover, let alone the pink lines around the perforations to make them more visible. I'm like, well, yeah. So that's not something that I'll use. So I'm like, okay, well, now you just added something that I'm not going to use to the canvas that's now caused an issue. But, you know, it is what it is. So I need to check and see if my Mitsushira has the upside down cover on it, which we'll have to wait until November when I get there. And then I need to check and see if my Happy Vase with flowers also, because that one is a round. So I need to see if that one has been damaged with the upside down cover as well. So I really want to kind of check and see the status of those to see that. So well, now I'm like, I can't even check the status of them to see. But I've been, you know, haven't been there to check them in a hot minute. So we will see. That one, does it need popped down? But other than that, I've been doing good for the last few weeks, minus those 2 canvases, one of which was on my wish list for forever and just finally got restocked. And then the other one being, you know, Margaret Morales, an Asian canvas from Margaret Morales. So those were both must-haves. Ooh, now we're into the main color, the 318 gray. I like it. I'm moving so slow on this today because I'm talking to you guys. But I'm making really good progress on, you know, all the kits. I would have liked to get the mystery kit done before my household goods got packed up, but I doubt I am going to finish that tomorrow, between tonight and tomorrow, with everything else that I've got done. I doubt I'm going to finish it between then. I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections done, and I still have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 sections, so I'm just under halfway done with it. I'll definitely finish a couple more sections tonight. I would like to finish 3 sections today, but that still leaves 8 sections to go. So I'll finish it rapidly over the next couple days. I'll be able to finish it, but it's going to be interesting working on it over the coming days once my household goods go, because I'm not going to have anywhere to sit. So it's going to be like, how am I going to work on this kit? Because they're going to be packing up my stuff, so I'm not going to have a chair. I'm not going to have a desk. I will have my easel, and I will have, you know, I'll have my easel, I'll have my light pad, I'll have all that stuff, but I'm not going to have a chair. I'm not going to have, you know, like a table, a desk. It's going to be very interesting. I haven't figured out how am I going to do the whole diamond painting thing over the next few days once my household goods are gone, because I'm still going to want to do a little diamond painting for the next, you know, in the next week, but I just don't know what it's going to look like. So we will see. We will see. I know, and like in our evenings, I'll definitely do some diamond painting at the hotels. But I'm going to be doing a lot of like mini stuff. I know that's something I'm going to get a lot more of done. We're going to turn this guy upside down and work upside down because I like to work from left to right. I always find it interesting that people work from right to left. I can't like grid very well because my hand gets in the way for visibility. I have to work from left to right. And then some people are like, they can't work from left to right when they're right-handed because their hand will touch the sticky. But it's like, it's literally just my left finger. I don't put my hand down. I put my left finger down. And if I've already got a little bit of the canvas done, then it's my left hand just goes on the canvas like this. So it's just kind of an interesting thing. Just the differences in how we all work. So for me, as you can see, I can do this and, you know, I'm just touching right along. Oh, that one goes right there. This feels weird doing it like this where I need my better light but if I did turn on my overhead, you would get a big old glare. So I'm not turning that one on. So you can see how I kind of cruise like that. And then I can snug the drills right up against each other. But if I was working the other way, I wouldn't be able to get them as snug against each other. And that's just something, like, it's just how I work. I have to do them from left to right. It feels extremely awkward and I don't get my placement as well if I work from right to left. So that's just kind of how I have to work. We'll go ahead and put that one drill right there. But look how cute he is. Such a cute one. My little forest spirit cutie, i.e. Totoro. So cute. The cover minder that's on my mystery painting right now is Totoro. He's a little chunky Totoro. I think it was actually a freebie cover minder from Peachy Keen Pens from Allison. And it's so funny because it's the cutest little cover minder ever. And it's probably one of my favorite cover minders that I have. And it was like a freebie that she included for me when I made a pen purchase. And yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite cover minders. And it's, you know, it's the cover minder that I love, one of my cover minders that I absolutely love. So you never know when you get those little freebie things. You never know. Sometimes you get ones that you will absolutely love. Just like I love that little Totoro cover minder that has become like that little Totoro is literally my all-time favorite little cover minder of Totoro that I have. And it's just a tiny little one, but it's so cute. Yeah, I really like these drills are really nice drills. They are clicking together really well. They fit nicely. They're super shiny. They've got this really nice shine to them. They look really good. I just have to get them clicked in just right. They fit really well. They're a nice clunky thing. I'm not one that really likes that clicky sound, but they do have that really appealing click that people like. They have, or crunch or whatever you want to call it. I don't really care whether they have that or not. That's not something that I'm like, oh, I must have that. Is Mochi talking? I think I just heard Mochi talk. She knows something's going on, so she's been really like needy these last few days. Like walking around the house mowing at me. She's been very needy. A needy little cat. In her little Mochi neediness. That one does not want to. I keep flipping it upside down. There. She's been such a needy little moch. Ugh. Helps if I get the drill just right. There. Just right. There. 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 We are so close. We are so close. Ooh. Come on, get off my... Oh, it's because I didn't get it all the way down to the adhesive of the actual sticker. Which sticks just fine if you actually get the drill onto the sticker, but you have to actually get the drill to touch the sticker. And that one I didn't get it chunked onto the sticker. Because this one you have to crunch them in because I get them snug. But once they're down, they'll be fine. I just have to get them down there. You can see they chunked in just nicely. But my plan, diamond painting plan for this next month, my goal is to not buy anything, minus any like little mini releases that she does. My goal is to not buy anything until Black Friday, unless there's something that is like one of those absolute must-haves, or by an artist that is considered one of my absolute must-haves. I'm going to try to hold strong and not make purchases until we get to Black Friday. Oh. Come on. Get there. So I'm trying to hold out. But I keep smacking this. Sorry, you guys. I'm like looking at this and I'm like, I can't see. It's too far away. I'm trying to hold strong. And hopefully if I can finish some of these smaller kits, because it's a bunch of small kits that I'm taking with me. So if I can finish some of these small kits, that'll help kind of cut down on the number in my hoard. And then I've got my kits should be shipping for my stitch along that I'm doing should be shipping in these next day or two. And then my big project, my year-long project probably for next year, because instead of doing like the temperature cells like I'm doing this year, I don't know if I'm going to do a temperature cell next year, or if I'm going to just do this big project, which is going to be a massive cross-stitch conversion. It is a massive one, and it's going to be a big undertaking, but we will see. But that one is going to be a big project, big undertaking. It's a massive canvas. The canvas is like a 4 foot by 4 foot canvas. But it's going to be so cool. Jade from Jade Gem Shop just sent me a photo of like the canvas in its tube. She's like, the tube stands just a couple inches shorter than Jade. Because Jade is relatively short if you've ever met Jade. But she's like, it's massive. And it's so funny seeing the tube in relation to her height. And I'm like, oh my gosh. She sent that over today. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get it. It's going to be huge. But yeah, I am going to do that as like a year-long project. Working on that big, massive cross-stitch conversion for it. But when it gets here and when I... closer to the new year is when I'm gonna unbox that one and do like the unboxing video for that one. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be a really cool project. I can't wait. Oop, that drill is kind of interloping in my way. But yeah, I'm making progress. But my plan, I'm gonna try to limit what I purchase for Black Friday because I don't need a ton of kits. I'm gonna limit it to the artists that I want, and then of course I definitely will pick up some kits from Jada Gem Shop. I probably, outside of Diamond Art Club, I probably got the next largest concentration being from Jade, over from Jada Gem Shop, as my next most common shop that I purchase from. But even when you look at it, it's really interesting because I have so many kits from small shops that all of my small shop purchases together is significantly more than my purchases from Diamond Art Club, if that makes sense. So when you look at how many kits I have in my hoard, it's not like some people will have, the majority of their hoard will be from Diamond Art Club, and then they'll have a handful of kits from small shops. Well, the majority of my kits are from small shops. And then, yes, I do have, the chunk from Diamond Art Club, but the majority of my purchases are actually from small shops, not from Diamond Art Club. So I have a lot from, the other shops. A lot from the other shops. We're making progress. Oh my goodness. So, and I like the fact that I have so many kits from all these different small shops. I'm still plugging away at the Storm God. I'm making good progress on the Storm God. I just didn't feel like pulling it out and working on the confetti of it because my brain was like, I do not want confetti. So that's why I decided to go ahead and work on this little kit. I decided I needed to work on this little kit instead of pulling out the Storm God to work on the confetti of it. Also, I have the trays, all of my kitted up kits. I have all the trays, put their lids on, and I have them all stacked. So I was like, well, I don't feel like grabbing those right now to do, like, I didn't feel like unstacking them and pulling the lid off in order to work on the Storm God, because that's already kind of like ready for, you know, like prepped and ready to go. This was really easy to grab because it was just in the top of like one of my go bins. So this was easy to grab and go. Much easier than trying to grab like the Storm God or something. So I was like, we'll just go with this. And I wanted to work on him because he's so cute. So cute. I mean, who doesn't love a little Totoro? Forest spirit. I mean, come on. He's so cute. And it's such a good movie. If you've never seen it, you should watch it. I've gotten to watch it on the big screen, which is even better. Because one of the theaters in Hawaii, every month would, in the summertime, usually every month would play a different Studio Ghibli movie, which was always so much fun. Because then you get to see them on the big screen, which is so much better than watching them on the small screen of like your own home, but so much fun. Look at this. He's so cute. Adorableness. Have to make sure I'm keeping him snugged. Keeping the drills snugged. There we go. Boop. Awesome sauce. Adorable. Boop. Oh, I did decide as well. I've got some really cool notebooks, and I decided because I've got these really cool notebooks, I was like, you know what? I was looking at them and I'm like, I'm never going to write in these like a journal or anything like that. I'm like, why don't I use these as, you know, like my logbook, my diamond painting logbook, instead of having these as like these really cool notebooks that I never actually write in or use. And then I was looking at them and I'm like, if I start using these as a logbook now, starting from now, I'm going to like be annoyed with myself unless I basically convert my logbook, my existing logbook, to this. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a lot of work, but I think I'm gonna have to force myself to go back through and essentially transfer everything from my original logbooks, which is, you know, not a real actual logbook per se. It is, but it's like, it's one of them that has removable pages. And I'm like, why don't I just remove everything from that logbook into the new logbook? So I think that's going to be a project that I do while I'm, potentially while I'm on the road. I could be working on that because I'm like, it's going to bother me if I just start working in the new logbook and don't have it full yet. So I'm going to be doing that because that's what my brain wants me to do, is convert everything from the old logbook into the new logbook, and then I can have like a filled logbook. And I have 4, it's a series of like 4 books, so I've got plenty of room for a ton of kits to fit in there, because there's like 100 pages in each book. So I'm like, yeah, I could totally put a ton of stuff in, a ton of finishes in those books. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm totally going to do that. Yeah, I think I like that idea of switching it over. I think that's how I'm going to do it, because that's what my brain is like. If I don't rewrite the whole logbook, I'm not going to be happy if I just start it over, because there's no like finite end to the logbook that I'm using. And I don't like that you can't like fill it up, because you can always add more pages to it. But there's no, like, it's a never ending logbook. And my brain is kind of like, wants to have a one where you have that satisfaction of filling up the book. But I can never fill up the current logbook. So I'm like, I kind of need a book that I can fill up. So I can be like, okay, logbook 1 is done. Boom. Now we're on to logbook 2. So I kind of need that. I need that satisfaction of like a finished book. And then we're into like book 2 kind of a thing. So yeah, we're going to do that. Look at that. We're getting so close to being done with him. We're almost done with our little forest spirit. We just have this other little section and then the border, the perimeter to go. But super cute. Anyways, I think we're going to call that, for the most part, we're going to call that for today. And I'm going to finish him now that I'm done talking to you guys. I want to finish him. And then we'll get the video up and go from there. But look how adorable this is. I mean, how stinking cute is this little guy? And look how sparkly these drills are. He looks so good. And there's like no gapping in these drills. This is just my placement being crappy and it's white drills, so you know. But look how adorable he is. I love this. I highly recommend any and all of her stickers as purchases because they are amazing. But yes, so, and I can't wait for her next little mini release that she's going to be having soon. That is all I have for you guys for today. I will see you guys in the next video, which may or may not be like a normal one. It may be like a short, tiny video. I don't know, because these next couple weeks can be interesting. Because I will not have when it comes time for my next WIP Chat, I won't have an actual desk. I'll have my filming equipment because that's going in my car, but I won't have a desk or a chair. So I don't know how the filming is going to go. I could be filmed standing up at the kitchen counter, but that's about it. So we'll see how that looks. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.